just tweeted a link to one live.
Yeah, we're live. Hello, friends. We're back again. You know what we do. We play the games with you. I made a rhyme.
That was cool.
Very proud of myself today. Steven Jensen, how are you?
I'm doing good. Rainy day here in Atlanta, Georgia, but did a podcast earlier with Jesse, and that went well. And then got some stuff later tonight that I'm recording and doing this also. I've been playing a lot of Mario Kart in my spare time, and when we get more into this, I'll talk about some of my DMB winnings and those kind of things as well. So, yeah, having a pretty good little holiday season, getting ready for the new year. How about you, man?
Things are good. It's been crazy, busy, hectic, fun. Just getting ready for a new year. A lot of plans, a lot of ideas in my head, and hoping that the pals are able to come and join us during the time. Things are good. Anyway, you know what we do. Well, you and I play some games, and then I think this thing opens at 7:30, and people can join us.
Perfect.
Play some video games. Talk about wrestling.
Am I here?
Oh yes, you are.
Okay. Hi.
So, what did you air fry for dinner tonight, man?
I didn't. I just made a sandwich and have chips. Very basic dinner.
I saw Neil got an air fryer.
Did he?
I think so. I was almost positive that's what I saw tweeting about it the other day. Somebody, I think it was him, but somebody that we know, someone else did. And like the more people that I see tweet about it, the more I'm like, I need to just get one of these things. I've talked about it for too long.
Well, Jeremy saw me send him a DM about someone we know getting an air fryer, and me telling him to fix it, teach him the ways of the air fryer.
I ignored that DM. I think I don't remember what I was doing that day, but I saw it, and I was like, no, I don't have time for this.
I didn't think you actually would. I just wanted you to see that this person, in fact,
I don't remember who tweeted that. Who tweeted that?
Timmy.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Dude, I can't remember what happened like an hour ago, much less, what happened days ago.
Boy,
that's fair.
I'm just trying to get last minute stuff set up. I'm sure people will come by and start hanging out with us. All right, I'm here. Where's everybody else? I'm in this.
I just picked my gold Mario.
I'm eating dinner, so I'm not
you'll join.
It.
Everything is just chill for now. I haven't finished. My dinner is currently still being cooked.
What are you having?
I made a giant thing of ground turkey mushroom sauce with spaghetti.
That sounds really good.
It's delicious. And,
do you do carrots in your sauce? I know people that do. I do it, but like it seems unusual, but like I think it makes like marinara sauce taste better.
I've had it. I don't hate it. I actually quite enjoy it, but I don't go out of my way to add it.
That's fair, because it's something that doesn't make a huge difference, but like if you have it, like you throw it in there kind of thing.
For sure. Pluggo, what's going on, pal? How's your night going?
Pluggo.
Oh, what a day. It's been a busy and weird day, and I just totally whiffed on my beginning of this match.
This is weird because I've been playing on 200cc all week, so it's like slow-mo. But that should make it easier once I get used to it.
I was watching some people playing the 200cc, and I was like, how? As I just go over the top.
It's all drifting, pretty much.
Yes.
Like, and just controlling the drift, because you can steer while you're drifting still, if you do it right. But you also have to like start drifting like real early and stuff. Like once you get the hang of it, though, it's really fun.
I believe that. This guy also finished in like 8th on a bunch of matches, so I felt a little better about myself.
Yeah, I don't know what I'm gonna eat for dinner yet tonight, but I have a coupon for Papa John's that needs to be used by tomorrow. So I'm like, and it's like it's not like great of a deal because like. I don't know. So there's places like Domino's and stuff where like the pizza isn't as good as Papa John's in my opinion, but it's cheaper. Like I can get like a carry out for like $7, like a large carry out at the Domino's right up the street. Or I can spend $20 to do a $10 off thing at Papa John's for a large pizza kind of thing. Like you have to spend $20 and they give you $10 back with the coupon. So, it's not a bad deal, $10. But then I'm hoping I can also use code Jesse25 on top of it and save another 25%. And if I do that, that would make like the whole thing totally worth it. So that's my line of thinking for pizza tonight.
Get it? We were going to do pizza last night, but we ended up doing Thai food instead.
Yeah.
We did pizza. We did pizza on Sunday night. We ordered that. We ordered the triple box from Pizza Hut.
Oh yeah, marketing works after all.
Man, I've been wanting that because it's a lot of food. There's a lot of people in our place, so it works out. Like Domino's has that deal where it's like 2 medium pizzas, Parmesan bites, and cinnamon things like cinnamon ties for like $20, and a lot of food.
Yeah. Domino's, I think, gives you the best value for your money when it comes to all that stuff. And their pizza's gotten better. Like, it used to be trash, but like it has gotten better, I think.
I don't mind it. Like, it's not my favorite pizza, obviously, but it's but like you said, like for the deal that you can kind of get with that, it's not bad, and got a handful of mouths to feed. And because I've been the place where I used to live in North Carolina, Domino's would like deliver in like 5 minutes, and it's kind of similar here. Is I feel like we're like the first stop on all of these routes and stuff. Mm-hmm. So the delivery is quick, and because of their deals, like I rack up a lot of points on that stuff too. So like every couple of weeks, I'll earn a like free pizza anyway.
Oh yeah, that stuff's so worth doing. Like I thought it was all kind of like not worth it, or kind of almost a scam to a degree for a lot of that stuff. But a lot of these places, if you just download their app, like Wendy's is the same way. Like I didn't even realize by downloading their app, like I looked the other day and it's like I have like all these like free meals and sides and stuff like just waiting for me whenever I want. It's like next time I go, I can just scan my app and spend like $1 and get like an entire meal's worth of stuff because of just stuff I racked up on the app without even realizing it. Dave & Buster's is the same way. Now they have an app where you can win more while you're there winning. So it's like self-sustaining economy, you know what I mean? Just keeps you there.
So it also makes you realize like how much money you're spending at these places. Like, oh shit.
Yeah, but that's the thing. That's the give and take of it. Is not overspent. You know what I mean? Like, because when I go to Dave & Buster's, I only spend like $15 when I go there, and I leave with probably like $80 to $100 worth of stuff usually. Like,
Baseball's Best is asking the chat about your newly acquired NFT from D&D.
Yes. I have legitimately invested in NFTs with Dave & Buster's. I'm trying to be a part owner of that in the metaverse or the digital space. So we'll see how this all goes. But
Jensen, you saw that South Park episode.
I know. The funny thing is, I never invested until after I saw that episode. Like,
I told you.
Yeah, Butters got me, dude. Vic Chaos. You bring them in with some good taters and French fries, and then you F them with NFTs. We're the people on the top.
You're a huge Chris Jericho fan, notedly
yes.
So. Will you be purchasing a Painmaker NFT?
Oh
no, only Dave & Buster's for now.
I listen to that podcast. Bless Chris Jericho. He's got this whole origin story of the Painmaker and shit. Like, my God, he wants to do comics, he wants to do movies, he wants the whole Painmaker universe. I'm like, dude, this is like the worst character you've ever come up with.
Did you not? I'm sure you did. He did an episode with like all about NFTs where he introduced the Painmaker.
Yeah, I didn't listen to that.
It was all the same shit, just rehashed this episode.
Yeah, I couldn't listen to that episode. So like this was my first time sort of, because once I saw it was like a full NFT episode, I was like, look, there ain't gonna be that many like good wrestling stories on this, and I ain't writing about no NFT.
Right.
I listened to the Painmaker one because I was listening for wrestling stories, and he had the thing about like, oh, I'd like to bring it back, and so I was able to turn that into something.
Or the Naito thing.
Yeah.
Setting up the match with Naito.
Yeah, so I got something out of that, but yeah, man, this NFT stuff, I just ain't for me. Ain't for me.
No, me neither. But you know what? Listen, if you're able to make money on it or whatever it is, go for it. Do your thing.
Sure.
I was right on your tail.
Gotcha. Justine, how you doing?
Hey, Justine.
What up, Justine? I'm sure MJF's still making good money on that crypto coin.
Oh yes, I'm
Well,
sure that
see, that-
went very high.
The funny thing about that is he basically told everyone he was gonna rug pull it. Basically, he was basically he was being a heel in the whole process of that, which I think is actually hilarious. Because it's like he screwed the. I mean, the thing with NFTs and crypto and all that stuff is it's just super super risky, right? For a lot of reasons, because you can literally just pump and dump it and rug pull. Because there's no regulations, the government won't do anything about it. You can basically steal people's money. But MJF pretty much said that's what he was doing, and then he did it.
Points for honesty.
Yeah, I mean, and that's the heelest thing ever. Yeah, I invested my NFT that I'm telling you right off the bat isn't worth anything, and they get people to do it and then take their money.
The way so many people bid on that, just man.
Wrestling fans.
Yeah, basically.
Hashtag wrestling fans.
Yep.
Oh, I knew that was gonna happen.
But yeah, I'll probably just stick with the Dave & Buster's NFTs for now, because they're very cheap in comparison to what I'm actually paying. Because I'm getting you can get them with tickets there. You can buy them for for tickets.
Yeah.
So
it's worth a while for you.
Right. So if I was just going in there and I was actually spending a lot of money on this, it'd be different. But because me getting one NFT at Dave & Buster's is literally the equivalent of me playing one and a half games of this basketball game that I know I can win every time. That's basically an NFT per one or two plays in there. But if I do that a whole bunch of times, then I owe a whole bunch of this crypto or a whole bunch of these NFTs, and there's not that many of them that they print. So the idea is if there's 1,000 of them, I want to try to get half of them. Yeah. And then I own if they become valuable, then I own the majority of them, kind of thing.
But well, good luck to you. I see.
Yeah, they might wind up being completely valueless. I mean, I don't know.
Exactly. I see. Who was that? Someone in the chat saying it was their first chat, and they were just like, "I do not care for NFTs," and I get it.
Yeah, sure.
It's Prince Dusk.
Yeah, I mean, right now they're literally valueless. There's you can't make any legitimate money off of them. You're basically at best you're trading them for cryptocurrency. But the market is what determines that, just like all other art. But it's all digital. That's what makes it so weird. Is if someone painted a painting that was super popular, like the Mona Lisa, there's a real physical original version of that. That the market has decided is worth a certain amount of money. With these NFTs, it's a fake thing with fake money, but you do it all through real money. That's it's weird. But it's where the future is, and that's why that's it's just one of those things. I feel if I don't do anything, we'll see. But I mean, that was what people were saying about the internet. You know what I mean? In digital banking and not using cash anymore. I mean, we've had this kind of stuff happen a few times in our lifetime that we're this sounds pretty stupid. There's no way they actually do anything bigger with this, and then it becomes the biggest thing in the world.
Right.
But it also could be valueless. I mean, that's totally possible too. I mean, that's the risk in it.
I'm gonna put this in the chat for anyone who wants to join us. That's the code for the tournament. Right now, we're just kind of hanging around. It opens officially in about 10 minutes, so you can go in if you have Mario Kart and join us.
We see the EP in there with her beard.
Oh yeah.
Is Jeremy muted, or is he just eating?
I was eating. I'm crunching on chips, and that doesn't make for great audio. So
some good ASMR. I told Joel, because we were trying to think of ideas for the stream tonight and how to make create some bit donations, and I was willing to stick the microphone on my mouth for bits. So if anybody wants to do that,
will you lick it?
I'll lick my microphone for bits. Sure.
I was gonna do something. What show were we doing? It had. I think it was the Distraction show yesterday. I don't remember what it came up, but I was gonna be willing to like lick a boot if something happened.
Should do a
How
shoot.
apropos.
But you don't drink.
Yeah, but I don't remember why I was gonna be willing to do that. I'm trying to recall like what we talked about on the show yesterday with Jay Shell. I don't remember what it was.
I remember a lot of what you guys talked about.
We ranked, good-looking men.
Yes, it was a very impressive list.
A lot of good-looking guys in wrestling.
There, of course.
Yeah,
Boomer
it's funny
Hatfield
business.
is the guy tonight.
Wait, what?
Boomer Hatfield is the man of the hour tonight because he unmasked at Restival.
Ah,
So everyone's all excited because he's a good-looking dude.
It's interesting because Dasher Hatfield is retiring right now. Like, because he was a very good professional wrestler. That was him without the mask. Like after all the Chikara stuff happened, he changed his gimmick. But yeah, it's interesting. I can't wait for tomorrow. Tomorrow afternoon is Southern Underground Pro and Action Wrestling doing a joint show on IWTV.
Yeah.
I think it's like 3 p.m. Eastern. I can't wait for that. Then GCW tomorrow night. Already got it ready to watch on Fight TV. And then there's another GCW show over the weekend. And then, dude, there's like a lot of IWTV and Fight TV stuff this weekend. I'm pumped about it. That's what I'm going to do for New Year's. Just watch a bunch of wrestling with my buddies.
Buddy, the next like 10 days, it's going to be insane the amount of wrestling on TV. And
Yeah, I'm happy for it.
I ain't watching none of it.
You'll have to watch some of it. My God.
I can just lie. Say I
That's
watched it. Pretend that I watched it. That's what I do anyway. Made a pretty good life off of it.
Hell yeah, dude.
Sounds about right. I gotta like make a list of stuff that I want to watch.
Yeah, I know, like, I think tomorrow, I don't have my calendar in here, but I think IWTV has a show at like 1, 3, and 9 or something like that. I think they have 3 live shows tomorrow.
Yeah, because they're doing Wrestle Circus, right?
Yeah,
Restival?
Restival,
Whatever.
Massachusetts. And then Fight, has 2 nights of GCW. I'll be doing the post show for GCW Hammerstein. I talked to Sean about that the other day, so we'll do that live right after this time. So that'll be fun. That'll be a big show.
Dude, I legitimately think Sean will never go for it, but I think we should do GCW post shows over post shows for like Impact and stuff.
I don't necessarily think he'd disagree with that. Because like it just depends on kind of guess what's going on. But I think it's gonna be pretty rare that those overlap going forward. Because like Impact's gonna be avoiding that. I think you know what I mean. Because like when that happens, no one's talking about Impact and everyone's talking about GCW. Like they need to book around GCW at this point.
A lot of companies do.
Yeah, pretty much everyone except for and then like AEW and GCW use a lot of the same talent, so like they would never do that to each other to begin with.
Right.
I
I think part of the thing with whether or not Sean would want to do it, and like this is pure speculation, is like, are the personalities enough to bring the people to talk about it?
Yeah, but if you have
in a
Jensen.
live chat. I know Jensen would be fine. I just don't know. I don't know who the regular cast would be.
It would be Jensen and whoever else.
Me and SP3 did it for Fightful for the Gage and Mox show.
I remember it like 11 in the morning.
Yeah, I popped it.
Yeah, we're gonna do it. I haven't decided or talked about like who to do it with yet. If I will, I prefer to have someone with me though. But it's got to be someone that knows the show, like that knows the company. Like it can't be like just kind of a casual viewer because a lot of what this show is like a culmination of a lot of different stories and stuff that has been going on for a while. Yeah. But it's one of those things where I think the Like I would do all of them. Like I'd do every GCW show if they want. If Sean wanted me to. But that's also a part of why I think people like to listen to the Weekenders, because like all the other GCW shows I talk about on there. But these are so big that they have to have a post show.
I mean, the Hammerstein show for sure. Like it's gotta have a post show, like 100%. That's their biggest show. Like that's their biggest show to date. So.
Yeah, and then the next big one I think is going to be the one in Atlanta. Then I'll go to that. I'll go to that live.
Oh, nice.
That's in March.
Can you kick Cassidy in the head for me?
I'll see him at Terminus in a couple weeks.
I think he'll. Oh yeah, that's right. He is going to Terminus. Mm-hmm. Well, kick him in the head there, and then kick him in the head again at GCW.
I just talked to him the other day about that. I haven't ever met him in person, but we're gonna link up at Terminus for sure.
Oh boy, I just need like videos of Cass hanging out. He's gonna offer you drugs immediately, and I already know your answer to it. Have a tremendous time.
You're never gonna sleep the entire time.
Cass doesn't sleep as it is. Like that man never sleeps.
That's hilarious.
Hey, Spunky Cat Mom, thank you for the follow. Appreciate you. Welcome.
That GCW Hammerstein weekend's gonna be fun because the night before that I'm doing UFC 270 Fightful Fight Night. So it's like Saturday fight, Sunday GCW. So that'd be a good weekend.
Who's on UFC 270?
I actually have to double check. I think that is
Oh well.
Yeah, it's Ngannou and Gone.
Oh, a Gain? Okay.
Yeah.
Or is that how it said? Gone? Gain?
Yeah, it's pronounced Gone. But it's spelled Gain for sure. And then Marino Figueiredo 3 is the co-main.
Okay.
Greg Hardy, Alexei Olenek. That'll be a good heavyweight fight. It's always fun watching Greg Hardy's fights because most people are watching because they want to see him get his ass kicked. And lately he has gotten his ass kicked a couple times. He's fighting like actual fighters. They were giving him the Jack Swagger treatment for a while and just having him fight guys that like looked more like they're fans than like actual pro fighters.
Matt Fitchett, Rich Swann, and Lady Frost off of AAW tomorrow.
Dude, Matt Fitchett has had a pretty damn good singles run. Like, because he's mainly been a tag guy with Besties, and now he's like killing it.
Off of those shows?
Yeah, they're off of AAW tonight.
Oh, they're off of the show. I didn't hear you say that.
So that means Ruby Soho versus Alexander's off? Wasn't that tonight?
No, Alexander's still on.
No, wasn't it? Oh, sorry. Yeah, sorry. Never mind. Ignore me. You're right.
Fitchett, Swan, and Lady Frost. None of those names are Josh Alexander.
You're right. I was thinking Frost and Soho at the same time. Oh, I just got me.
I'm excited for that at Terminus. Speaking of Josh Alexander, though, him versus Gresham.
Oh, him against Gresham. When I saw that announcement, I was like, fuck yes, give me that.
Yeah.
See, the one thing to watch at an Impact show is the Ring of Honor. that match kind of saved the show for me.
Yeah, the rest of the show, I think Jordan and Kiera will be good.
Yeah, and obviously the women's X title match, or X Division match.
Yeah,
I'm also doing the post show for that with Denise. That's like next weekend.
Oh, the Impact show. I thought you were talking about Terminus. Oh, I don't even know what's on there. Yeah, Mickey Tiana will be good.
Yeah.
Ultimate X will be good.
What Joel was saying was like the change up for like having Gresham on that show made that show more that helped the show like a ton with like people wanting to watch it. I think that weren't going to.
Yeah, and like Sabin is a TNA guy.
Yes.
So to watch him and Gresham go for the Ring of Honor Championship, I think it's hilarious and also like awesome. I'm very excited.
And it makes sense.
Sabin's been owed that match since 2018.
Yeah. So it works. Everybody
wins. Then there was another what was the match I just had on the tip of my tongue? For the ROH title, yeah, it's Blake Christian and Gresham at GCW Hammerstein. For
Yeah,
the
it's the
ROH
Hammerstein
title.
show.
Yeah.
That's the only match announced for the show so far.
Yeah, I think they're trying to figure out what's going on with Mox for sure before they make any like concrete plan, because it was like pretty clear it was going to be Mox and Gage again, and they've kept Gage pretty much off the show since Mox has been off, and now they're doing that Rumble this weekend to like crown a number one contender, like I think kind of as a backup to like to figure out like what they're gonna do. Personally, I think they should put AJ Gray in the title match, and then like just do a triple threat if Mox is there. But I kind of doubt he will be at this point. So maybe like Gage versus AJ Gray for the vacant title or something.
Go ahead.
I don't know if Mox is when he's going to be back or anything. I understand AJ Gray winning that. That's probably the best choice. Man, Mox and Homicide at Hammerstein though. Like, yeah. That's just something, man. That is just that's something. Like Homicide returning to Hammerstein where he won the ROH title and everything, like facing Moxley for the GCW title. That's something to me.
That's got layers for sure. I'm assuming they'll bring in Too Cold again for Hammerstein. I'm interested to see who he wrestles, because his matches have been like, he's still killing it. It's wild how good he still is.
Yeah, every time I see him wrestle, it's just like, come on.
He's still doing all his stuff. Yeah.
He's fucking best.
I'm assuming they'll have, just trying to think more about like the GCW card, I'm assuming they'll have like a big blow off to Atticus Kogar and Jordan Oliver on there, with like maybe Nick Wayne as a triple threat or something, because he's a part of the story too. By the way, Nick Wayne's the best 16-year-old wrestler I've seen in my life. I talk about him all the time.
I hear you say that.
He's so good.
I did not know that Nick Wayne was Buddy Wayne's son.
Yeah, he's third generation. He's so good.
I can't remember what podcast I was listening to, but yeah, they were talking about him, and I didn't realize he was Buddy Wayne's son. I was like, holy shit.
Yeah, super talented. I always bring up like Billy Starks and Starboy Charlie and Marcus Mather, because they're all fantastic. Like that's the future of wrestling, is like those like 4 or 5 people I just mentioned. But Nick Wayne is like so far ahead already at 6. It's unreal how good he is.
Hearing Gresham put over Starboy Charlie was pretty eye-opening. Like I've seen some Starboy Charlie. I know he's hurt and sidelined and everything right now, and like I've been impressed, especially given his age and everything. But when Gresham's like, yeah, man, like I just learned from him. I was like, huh?
That's pretty cool.
Yeah. So like hearing Gresham put him over was a big was a big stamp for me, and kind of keeping an eye on him more moving forward.
And that's what they were really trying to do with him and Dickinson before he got hurt, was like, teaming them up after they wrestled each other a couple times. And like Starboy is going to have a really, really bright future, obviously. It's wild because all these, I call them kids, but like all these kids are like, they're still so young that they haven't even like grown into their bodies yet. They look like kids. It's wild. Like, yeah. And when they're in like their 20s, or they'll fill out and they'll already have all this experience and already be so good, and then fill out and quote unquote like kind of look more like wrestlers. They're just going to be massive superstars. Like, I can't wait. I got to rejoin this, I think.
Yeah, tournament is open. Now I need to wait for y'all to get into this thing. Ninja Mac versus Ray Phoenix is what Baseball is Best wants to see next year.
That'd be insane.
I'm for that.
Ninja Mac was my breakout wrestler of the year this year for like any company. That dude came out of nowhere and is just putting on. He's one of the most over guys in GCW already. Like, yeah, I would love to see him and Ray Phoenix. That'd be a lot of fun.
That the New Year's Day, I should say, not Rumble, Battle Royal that they're doing for GCW.
Mm-hmm.
Part of me wouldn't be surprised if they just put Cardona under a hood and he makes his return. And he's like, I didn't quit. Or they play it out leading into Hammerstein that he loses the title shot to someone like Gage. I don't know.
Yeah. And I mean, he originally asked for that to be a triple threat, and he lost his way into that match when Effie beat him.
Right.
So they could, the story's there already for sure. Yeah, I mean, they could do something like that. You know, they're playing it off like Cardona's not going to be there, and I feel like there's no way in hell Cardona's missing Hammerstein.
Oh, yeah.
Unless Chelsea decided when they were going to get married, and that was the date that she chose, and like he can't get out of it or something. But, like,
I think
there's no other way.
I think they're getting married on like New Year's Eve because they're just that type of people.
I think they're getting married the second.
The second?
Yeah, because Cardona or Chelsea, one of them, were talking about it. It might have been Chelsea. I listened to her podcast, and they're talking about like how many people are going to miss their wedding and stuff due to COVID. But they were saying that Miz was still going to be able to make it, even though he was wrestling the day before. So
that makes sense.
Yeah, I think they're getting married this second. It might honestly be. It might be New Year's Eve. It might be tomorrow. But I know they said something about Miz wrestling, and obviously they were kind of around it. But Miz was still going to be able to make the wedding.
Unless it was right after the Royal Rumble, I guess.
No, it's definitely
it's
definitely the 31st of the second. It's one of those two.
Gotcha. Well, yeah, then there's literally no reason that Matt Cardona would be missing that show, and I'd assume Chelsea would be a part of it as well. But I don't know. I don't know where that story goes with her there, because like they just lost that mixed tag match pretty decisively to Bussy.
Yeah, I mean, it made sense for them to lose that badly, but yeah, we'll see.
It was good. It was a good match though.
It was.
But yeah. Yeah, that reminds me. I'm supposed to have that Cardona article come out in the magazine this month, and I wrote it so long ago at this point that like there's nothing in it. I mean, I wrote about Hammerstein and stuff, but there's nothing in it about like the NWA or Impact, or him being the number one contender to Impact, and he wasn't even in the NWA yet when I wrote that. I'm just now kind of thinking about that. Anything you knew about that, Jeremy? Is that something that?
Not unless I don't know when the magazine. I really have nothing to do with the magazine side. Like,
yeah,
I don't. Yeah, I've absolutely nothing to do. I haven't written a single article for the magazine.
Didn't they say they were dropping it for free? On the first.
Sure. Again.
Oh, are they?
Whatever happens on the magazine side, ain't of my not in my pay grade.
Yeah,
it's below my pay grade.
I didn't. That's really the only thing about that article that really isn't, I guess, up to date was there's just no mention of the National Wrestling Alliance. But then again, most people probably won't even notice that isn't included. So
National what alliance? I don't know.
There you go.
Never heard of it.
That company that's pushing Mike Knox up as a main event guy and
I remember him.
Yeah, Baseball's Best as a king at Hammerstein, which I know was announced, and I don't know who he's gonna face. Like if Homicide doesn't win this Battle Royal thing, I think him and Homicide team at Hammerstein.
Let's take on
Maybe
Daniel
Nate
Garcia and Kevin Black.
Yeah, I like that too. But yeah, I think you're right, Jeremy. It could be the Briscoes for the titles.
Oh,
because I don't know the status of Mance Warner either. Like, because I was assuming it'd be Mance and Matthew Justice rematching for the titles, but
it feels like he's going to be out.
Yeah, that's how I feel about it too.
What up, Dan?
Hey. It's gonna be an interesting show. That Hammerstein show.
Yeah.
Very hype.
Oh, hell yeah! And then this weekend, like, I honestly don't even know most of the card and what they're doing, but I kind of prefer that. I've talked about that before. GCW, like, I just kind of write their dates down on my calendar, and then I'm just like, I just kind of go into it blind usually, unless it's something like so big that like it's like, you know, everyone's talking about it. But
yeah, it's
just fun to watch those shows as a fan, and just, you know, you see someone come out and you're like, all right, who's out next? Like, who they got? You know, like, it's just like a totally different vibe to everything they're doing.
For sure. And again, very much looking forward to this weekend shows. What's going on, Drew? How you doing?
Hello, Drew.
Drew, Tank is here as well.
Oh,
Hello,
Tank, be still my beating heart.
Drew's in the chat for a tremendous episode of The Distraction today.
Yes, it was. Had ourselves a grand old time. Come on.
We got some pretty good feedback for the Cody episode, Jeremy.
I really, really love that episode, and I think we're gonna try to do something, some type of roundtable gimmick like that once a month. Because like the ROH show now is just like, okay, we're gonna watch old ROH matches. Like that's cool. I love watching old ROH matches. They're great matches, but I thought that was that was one of our it was one of the best things we've ever done. Honestly.
Oh my God,
like,
yes.
I really
Great Kali.
Yeah, I really love that. Like SV3 was fucking just on one, which was tremendous. You with the Stardust costume was tremendous. Joseph is just great at anything he does. Yeah, and Jay Shell's gonna be on more. I wanted to have her do more just anyway, and then having her on Wednesday's show was kind of the start of that. She was like when I needed a co-host for today, so pulling like behind the scenes information here. Joseph, I woke up this morning at 6 o'clock and Joseph's like, I can't do the show. And I was like, okay. And yeah, there's more to it, but it's not for me to talk about. He's good. But I was like, all right. And then I was just like, I'm just going to put a message out on Twitter. Like, anybody want to do this show? And I might need a co-host. And like, before I even put that message out, the top people on my list were, sorry, Joel Pearl, it's not you. I'm tired of doing shows with you.
I get it. I'm not at all offended.
But it was Jay Shell and Alex McCarthy, because I know Alex used to do Wrestling Daily at 3 o'clock. And so I was just maybe he wanted to do it, and we could maybe do, we could play off the whole, I got another British guy type of thing. The issue with, and it's not even an issue, my concern with Jay Shell was that she just did the show with us last night, and I like try to space things out with guests. I don't like having, this person like just on the show the entire time. I like to let the guest breathe a little bit. And so that was where this is just all in my own head of like I was concerned about having her do the main show because of that. So that's when I put the tweet out, and I got like a really great response. And so Luther DM'd me, and once he DM'd me, that's when I was like, well, all right, well, I can't really say no to that. He was traveling, that's why we had to push the show back. And I wasn't sure what his whole like schedule and stuff was. My other idea was to do the show with Joel, and then we were gonna have people pop on the entire time, like pop in and out. And people who messaged, they got DM'd about this. And that was my other idea if Luther could not do it. And we're going to end up doing that show, I think, tomorrow at 5 o'clock. So Joel and I will be kind of double hosting that, and then we'll have just people coming in and out and everything, and it'll be fun. If you guys want, anybody in the chat right now, if you want in on that, I'll send out a tweet tomorrow. Just DM me, and it's going to be, favorite moments of 2021, wrestling, life, sports, entertainment, whatever you want to talk about, 2021 though. But because sports and entertainment. Because like I was so like very much overwhelmed by like how many people wanted to co-host that, and I felt bad of like, shit, there's so many like people that I like that I'd like to do shows with that I don't like saying no to a lot of things, especially when it's collaborating with my friends. I was like, shit, there's so many good people here that I would like to do the show with. I don't feel like I can like pick just one person, because then I'll feel bad that I didn't pick anybody else. And that's why I had the idea of doing the little pop-in show. And so that's why. And so tomorrow, I want to try to do that at 5 o'clock.
Yep.
Nice.
Hey, Greg
Yes.
Cherry, get in on it. Yes, that is the code. Get in. You're welcome to join us.
Yeah, Greg, jump in. I'll kick your ass at this just like I did at the wrestling trivia last year.
Damn.
Wow, shots fired.
He literally skunked me. Like, that's why I'm saying it. He destroyed me.
Yeah,
It was
Lex
also
Luthor-
rigged by my good friend Jeff Meacham, but we're not going to go there.
Of course.
Yeah, once Luther messaged me, I was like, well, I gotta like try to make this work somehow. And then I still felt bad that I wasn't gonna do the pop-in show. Like the EP can tell you, like I was messaging her, I was like, I feel bad that I'm not gonna do it. And that's when she was like, well, what if you just do the pop-in show tomorrow? I was like, oh yeah, I guess I could do that if I needed to. And so that's why we're gonna end up doing it tomorrow. I just don't. There were so many good people that reached out to me. I was like, I want to help out and co-host and everything. And I like all these people. I like collaborating with all these people. And some people I haven't like done shows with and stuff. So I was looking forward to maybe like working with them. Like when it comes to just co-hosting the main show, I was probably gonna stick with somebody that I just knew. No offense to the people who reached out who I've never interacted much with or done any shows with, but that's why like Jay Shell and Alex McCarthy were at the top of my list. Like I've done shows with them. I'm good with them. We can just talk and banter and stuff. But yeah, so we're gonna do the call-in show or pop-in show, whatever the fuck you want to call it, tomorrow, and it'll be fun. Hopefully.
Nice.
I have a very important question for you, Jeremy.
Oh fuck! What?
When you were doing the show earlier today,
Mm-hmm.
did you see Robert O'Neill pop on for like 5 seconds?
So here's behind the scenes on that.
I love the behind the scenes on this.
So I was keeping O'Neill abreast of the situation of, I don't know when the show's going to be, like, what's your schedule and stuff like to be on. And he was like, oh, I have to do something at 5:30. I'm free until 5:30. I was like, okay, cool. And then, so at like 5:10, because I didn't want to do it like too early with Luther.
Yep.
Like 5:10, I DM O'Neill and I DM'd him the link. I was like, here, like, can you do 5:15 pop on? I wanted to still do a corner 3, like with Luther there. Luther, he says to watch the show. I assume he knows who Robert O'Neill is. Like, I was just gonna pop people, but like, fuck, it's Robert O'Neill and Luther on the screen together.
That would have been fantastic. I would have went out of my way to watch that after this show.
So I DM'd him like 5:10. He does not show up until like 5:20. So like we're already 5 minutes behind. I was not gonna. Luther was up in the middle of like a story and stuff. I was not gonna like cut him off during this. And like we kind of talked a little bit. O'Neill really had a hard out at like 5:25, and he didn't realize that when he popped on, and I didn't fully realize that either. That's why he was only there for like 2 or 3 minutes, because he really had to go at 5:25 to do whatever it was at 5:30. But I DM'd him at like 5:10 and was like, 5:15, can you do this? And again, he didn't see it and didn't show up until like 5:20. And then he only had a couple of minutes by that point, and so he left. I was trying to make that happen. I really was. But that's why, and again, Joel, you were the only other person who knew this. That's why O'Neill was there for those couple of minutes backstage, because I had a corner 3. I had plans to pop him on the show for the corner 3.
That would have been tremendous.
Missed opportunity, but maybe we'll maybe tomorrow. Maybe Luther will pop on the show tomorrow, and Neil will pop on the show. I feel like it'll happen in 2022. Robert and Neil and Luther colliding.
I was gonna say maybe next year for the annual Luther show.
There you go. I don't know if we can hold it off that long.
The big build. Oh my God! You do weekly segments where they're in towns and they're looking. It's Luther looking for Robert O'Neill. They're in the same towns one week and they just miss each other by like a minute. No, I'm going down. Not in a good way. My partner has notified me that the dinner that she took over to finish making is delicious and not at all burnt.
That's good.
I'm sure it's fine.
Well, she said it. So, what, you think she's being sarcastic?
I very much think she's being sarcastic. I love my wife, but I am the cook in the house.
Fair. You should come over and cook for us, Chofro.
All right, pay for it. Pay me
No.
to show up, and I'll.
I'd pay you to be on Twitch.
Yeah, I saw how much it was this month.
Look, man, I can't do anything about that. All right?
I know.
We didn't.
I know. It's not. It's no one's fault here.
Yeah, December was a slow month. We didn't have any watch-alongs. Holiday schedules kind of, COVID kind of got in the way of doing as many shows as we would typically do. So, what can you do?
I know. I'm not at all upset. I just found it hilarious.
Yeah, when Sean told me, I was like, oh shit.
I was just like, yep, that tracks.
Yeah.
I can see what numbers are like going into certain,
Right.
things.
Yeah. Slow month with everything. I think January will be. I mean, we're doing a shit ton of watch-alongs in January, so.
Oh God, I'm so fucking scared.
You're doing day one, aren't you?
We're doing day one for sure.
Okay.
I don't know with what's going on with New Japan at this point.
Okay.
I just did that show.
We should probably figure that shit out.
Yeah, I mean, listen, it's a 3 a.m. show. It's I either watch it or I don't live.
All right. Well, okay. Maybe New Japan.
But yeah, definitely
Rumble.
Definitely Rumble.
I feel like there's another decent show to possibly do.
Oh, Hammerstein probably.
Hey, you can do
People
Hammerstein.
really want to do Hammerstein.
Honestly, you can do Dynamite. You can do Battle of the Belts if you want.
What about that NXT show? Isn't there a show this week?
New Year's Evil's next Tuesday.
Yeah. Is that big enough or no?
It looks like a good show, but honestly, I don't know if I want to do. I don't know if I want to do it. Hard to Kill is one that's a possibility.
You can do Hard to Kill and Battle of the Belts back to back, because aren't they back to back?
I think they are.
Yeah, you can just kind of double up on those, because Hard to Kill, they're delaying. I assume that shit's not starting until 9 because, God forbid, Impact tries to run against an AEW show.
That would be very foolish.
They're in Texas, so they have an hour on AEW.
It does start at 8. It says 8 Eastern. Hard to Kill. And Battle of the Belts is definitely 8 Eastern. I don't think it's 7, right?
I thought, yeah.
Well, lately Impact has been, because those post shows we've been doing lately for those pay-per-views have been really late. They've been starting their pay-per-views 10 Eastern.
Well, that was because there was one that coincided with AEW.
Dynamite, yeah.
Yeah, with Saturday Night Dynamite, and they were also in Vegas for both of those shows. So they're
That's
on the
right.
West Coast and they can get away with it.
Right.
This
Yeah,
time they're
so
in Texas, so they only have I think they have an hour or 2 on the East Coast.
Well, Battle of the Belts is airing at 8, and Impact's website is listing Hard to Kill as starting at 8 p.m. Eastern as well. So it does look like both shows start at 8. Joel, if you guys want to do a Hard to Kill Battle of the Belts, kind of double up there,
Yeah, we'll get something going.
Figure it out.
What's going on, Josh? How you doing?
What up, Josh? I don't know if 8 is the pre-show, man. It seems like it's the main show. Yeah. I think it'd probably be smarter for it to be the pre-show, but we'll see. Regardless, the offer is there if you want to do the watch. You can do watch loss or anything, Joel. I don't care.
Oh, I know. It's more a question of just what do friends want to see, and also who the hell wants to sit and watch with us?
The sit and watching part might be a little bit more difficult, but expand the universe.
Hell no. I like the people. I like the people we got. I want to invite more people. Ugh.
Fair.
Yeah.
Fair.
Gotta watch wrestling with the people I watch wrestling with already. Ugh.
I do think people I think they like the watch along stuff. I mean, maybe I'm mistaken, but it seems like those are kind of like a hit on some level.
Yeah, I mean, listen, when we're all out and having a good time and the show's not like dog shit, yeah. But like, if we're sitting there bored out of our gourd, just being like, why are we doing this? Those are the worst ones.
Yeah, well, that's WWE events.
I'm trying to think if there have been other ones, but it is mostly that.
Day one is on. Day one is this week. It's in 2 days.
Saturday.
I don't feel like
Yeah.
there's any buzz for this show.
No, dude, I
The buzz now is whether or not matches will happen, which they will. Like, it's not the problem. On the struggle bus right now.
the person at the arena that I was talking to was like, yeah, I don't know if we're gonna be able to get those free floor seats. Looks like they're actually gonna sell. And then they offered me like other tickets that were still pretty good tickets, and I was like, no, I'm good. Like, I'm just gonna stay at home unless I can get floor seats to that.
That's the thing. The show is selling.
It is now, yeah. It's been selling
it's
better now too. Because when I just a couple weeks ago, like hardly any of the floor was sold, and that's why someone had hit me up like, hey, if these don't sell, I can get them for you. But now they're actually selling.
I feel like it's been selling well like the entire time. Cause I saw WrestleTix.
Yes.
Really,
And it has been selling well.
But they're also literally doing like the seat fillers, where like you can sign up for like the arena and like they'll give you a free ticket and like move you around the arena to make noise like they do for like the basketball games and stuff. I've seen advertisements for it.
So they've been doing that. They like WWE does that for every TV, every pay-per-view. Like, it's nothing new. I think someone just found it and like made it a thing. But like,
well, no, I don't think it's anything. But what I'm saying is like most successful companies don't have to do that. Like people just show up.
No, they see themselves like the Oscars. They see themselves like a big award show where seats need to be filled while people go and do other things. Like if they go to the bathroom, like they want those seats filled at all times. And it's not about empty seats, period. It's about empty seats for periods of time.
Yeah, see,
I'll just say for like the Hawks games here, like they definitely like it's a whole section of seats, and they take a whole group, they take multiple groups of people and like move them around the arena. So it is the fills, but like it's also seats that didn't sell. You know what I mean? Most of the time, so it's not just people like getting up and going to the bathroom, and they're like, one person's gonna go sit here.
So they did it in Toronto for the Survivor Series in 2016, and that show was legitimately sold out. And they just had people sitting in the hard cam section when they weren't being moved to go sit in other seats. So it really just depends on like the state of sale for each show.
Matt King of Spades says I did it for Rumble in San Antonio. I don't know how
crazy
well that sold. But I mean, that was a big show. I'm sure they sold a lot of tickets for that show. I feel like they reserve those seats for like seat filler people, right?
Yep.
Am I just like mistaken?
No, you're not.
Yeah, it isn't like those seats are getting sold and then like just because someone goes up to take a leak, like someone else sits in that seat just to fill the seat.
They do that, is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Wait, so you're saying that
temporary seating? You're as a seat filler, you are temporarily there to fill the seat while someone is going and getting merch or whatever. But if they're in like a prominent on-camera spot, they want.
Oh, I see what you're saying. I see. Okay, yeah.
Again,
but what I'm saying is like for like
shows are the same thing.
Right, but what I'm saying is like I guarantee you like for the Hawks games here, that's not the case. It's seats that just aren't getting bought. Like they're just giving away tickets.
Right.
Well, that's something completely different. That's just comps.
Yes,
right.
Exactly.
That's what I thought that they were doing with day one. I thought that it hadn't sold out and they were giving away comps. I guess that's what my confusion was.
Oh, okay, yeah, no. So for those ones, you can apply and you have to do. And again, they do it for every single TV that WWE does. They have seat fillers.
I see what okay, I got you. I follow you.
Yeah. And again, like someone tried to make this into like some nefarious thing, like, oh my God, the WWE can't sell out and they got to use seat fillers. It's like, no, they're not papering the town. These are temporary seats filled to make TV look good.
I see what I got you.
Yeah. trying to read the chat while I took a turn and I got the kills.
Bad spot to do that. I just went right past y'all when you did that.
Yeah, that was a bad move on my part.
But I guess my point though, more so for me, was like, I hate that I'm even being that big of a snob about that, because like if it was like AEW or like GCW or even like an indie show, it's like I don't care where I'm sitting. Like you gave me a free ticket, like I'll go.
Oh, for sure.
But like WWE, it's like, because what I was offered wasn't a seat filler, it was just a comp ticket.
Yes.
And I was like, well, if it's not on the floor, or I said if it's not on the floor in a box, I'm not really that interested in going, just because I'm just not that into it. But I'm gonna watch it on Peacock though. Like I'll chill at home and watch it. And I hope it's a good show. I mean, there's a lot of good talent on it, so hopefully they deliver.
Yeah, exactly. We'll see what the show is. We'll see how it is, but yeah. All right, let's catch up with this chat real quick. Hey, what's going on, Ron Patel? How you doing? Good to see you.
Ron.
Greg's
What's up, Ron?
gonna join. Oh boy. Here we go.
Greg, all right, nice.
And
That must be Greg with the goatee and the glasses. Well, actually, the other guy with the goatee and glasses.
I was gonna say, maybe it's the guy with the hair, the goatee, the glasses, and the green. Oh, shit.
Yeah, but we're in green. Yeah, and the green. Yeah, the all green. That's
the one
funny.
who's in the back.
GC brand. Hmm?
Oh, go ahead.
Oh, just reading out his name. It's GC brand in the tweet. What were you saying, Joel?
Baseball's best saying, have you seen the Jets Twitter tweet with them photoshopping Kenny with all the belts on Zach Wilson's face?
Yeah, I actually did see that. I didn't know what it was at first, but yes, I did.
Yeah, I think Impact invited Zach Wilson to Hard to Kill, which is, I mean, sure, it's a show in Dallas and he plays for New York, but sure.
Gotta give the people what they want.
They probably have a game that weekend too. I mean, maybe they're playing the. Let's look at the Jets schedule. Maybe they're playing the Cowboys. They will be in Buffalo the day before, so I'm willing to bet that Zach Wilson is not going to be at Impact Hard to Kill on Saturday and then go to a game in Buffalo on Sunday.
Ye of little faith, Jeremy Lambert.
I'm pretty sure
Impact
Zach
always
Wilson
brings out those football stars.
I'm pretty sure Jack Wilson. Zach Wilson doesn't know what Impact Wrestling is.
Just like Brian Urlacher did it when he was there and everything.
Right.
None of them know.
You see, damn it, they know.
Pretty sure.
They all know who Scott D'Amore is.
Yeah, I'm sure they know Don Callis and Kenny Omega.
There you go. Those guys have been around Impact this entire time, right?
Pretty sure that's a thing that's happening.
They could pull the like a Chris Jericho travel thing like they did for when they had the Fozzy show and then he showed up on AEW the same night dressed like Penta. They'll do that for this football dude.
Oh yeah, that's right. It's gear.
They can't afford to bring in Strowman, but they can afford a private jet for the Jets quarterback. So,
did you see that photo of Braun Strowman with his golden beard?
Yeah.
No, I didn't.
My God. He dyed his hair.
He dyed it.
He dyed his beard blonde.
Interesting.
Talking
like
about
Steiner
controlling
blonde?
Narrative, yes.
Ooh, interesting. Yeah, that's how controlling his narrative.
That's one hell of a control.
Rough. That's rough. EC3's got to figure something out soon. Like this, I don't think it's working. This whole thing.
Oh, I just got.
His name's not Braun Strowman, it's Adam Scherr.
Adam Scherr. I'm sorry.
We'll correct you if you're wrong.
Ring of Honor star Adam Scherr.
There you
Right.
go.
Oh my God.
I don't know if it's Scherr or Cher.
I don't know.
I just got fudged at the end there. I was in second.
Nah. Dan says, yeah, but who cares about Braun Strowman? That's pretty fair.
It's true.
Big strong man. I don't know. I will say, that Kevin Nash message for O'Neal, like I couldn't breathe. I was laughing so hard at that. Like, and that was all about Braun Strowman. So if nothing else, Braun Strowman led the universe to that Kevin Nash cameo, and that was just so funny.
And we all drank.
What a tremendous night that was on Twitter.
Oh my god, what a funny video! Because I'd seen a couple like clips, but I didn't put together the whole context of what was happening with that until y'all explained to me that y'all basically trolled Kevin Nash to make him think that O'Neal was the biggest Strowman fan alive, and Kevin Nash clearly thought he was doing a cameo for a little kid with the way he was talking. Like,
I don't know if he thought that. Like, if he thought that and he ended it with "See ya, cracker."
I think that was just a send off. It wouldn't have mattered who he was talking to. I think that's just like that was just him. You know, he'll say it himself. Like back in the day, like there weren't enough like there wasn't enough representation in wrestling, so he was the guy like representing for Tupac and wearing the bandana when he was in the NWO and everything. I think Kevin Nash just his I think his lingo is just whatever it is. Like you can just kind of say whatever he wants, I guess. Just like...
I'm telling you, I'm gonna start a Kevin Nash Stan podcast.
You should. Kevin Nash rules.
People were like, yeah, absolutely. Some people were like, I want to co-host this thing with you. And I was like, well, okay, let's do it.
You know who loves Kevin Nash? I don't know if you know him, but Jonathan Snowden, the author, the MMA guy, he loves Kevin Nash. He'd be a good guy to talk to about Kevin Nash.
He's probably wanting to write his next autobiography.
Yeah, I have the Shamrock autobiography on my desk here, right in front of me, actually. But yeah, Kevin Nash, what a funny video. Because the reason I felt like he thought he was talking to a kid was just the way he was talking. Like, he's like, man, yeah, I really like Strowman too, man. I don't know what they're thinking, but I mean, I guess I'm just cheering for Randy from now on. It's like
tremendous.
He's like kayfabing it. Yeah. Oh man, just the idea of Kevin Nash at home, like bummed out that Strowman lost his job, but like optimistic about the future of Randy Orton. You know, like it's so funny.
Everyone should be excited about Randy Orton's future.
Yeah, speaking of that, I haven't watched NXT in a few weeks. Like I saw the it was like the War Games show, and I think the one after where Gargano got beat up by Waller.
Yeah.
But I'm a little out of the loop after that. But I did see on Tuesday. I'm very intrigued. Is Imperium and Walter versus Riddle and MSK?
Yeah.
That's a great matchup. Yeah, I love that. I'm watching the show pretty much based on knowing that is happening. So
it's gonna be a pretty fun show, I think. Like they've loaded it up.
It's Breaker and Ciampa for the belt?
Yeah. And they're doing Strong and Mello. They're getting rid of the Cruiserweight Championship.
So have they announced like they're unifying them?
Yeah, they announced that the Cruiserweight Championship is no more. Whoever wins this is the North American champion.
Okay, that's a good idea that they're just going ahead and doing that at this point.
Yeah, Waller and AJ are gonna have a confrontation beatdown segment. And
that didn't happen yet. Wasn't AJ like on NXT already?
He was, and they had a face-to-face, and then Waller was on Raw again. They had another face-to-face, and now they're going to do it again on NXT, and it's not a match. It's a returns to confront, so people were like, why?
Okay. How have they positioned Omos lately? Like, does it look like he's going to win the world title soon?
Omos wasn't on Raw this past week.
Oh.
But I think it was more because of protocol.
Maybe he wins the Rumble or something, because like he broke up with AJ, right? Did he beat AJ up? Was it like a big split type of thing? Or...
They did a beatdown, and they were supposed to do AJ versus Omos this past week, but Raw got weird because of outbreaks.
Wait, they were gonna do that match this week?
Yeah,
like they broke up after all this time, and then they were just gonna like have the match the next week.
No, I mean you know how it works in WWE. You don't they do the match, but they don't do the match. It wasn't gonna end. It was probably gonna be Waller gets involved and cost AJ the match, and then they do the match. Like it was just gonna be a nothing match.
That's exciting.
Yeah, well,
that's something to look forward to.
Can't tell you, I was very shocked about that.
That's sad. I did see the it was like some sort of battle royal they did not too long ago where Omos like eliminated like everybody.
Yeah, that was the Pizza Hut battle royal.
Oh, the pizza, that's what it was. Because I was watching the show, and that was a pay-per-view. That's the only reason I would have seen it.
Yeah, it was in the Survivor Series, and that was an equally shitty show.
Yeah. But I was like, I bet you he just does this at the Royal Rumble again. Like, he's just going to eliminate everyone. Like, he might not win it, but they'll, like, make a point to make it be like, yeah. I don't really have a problem with any of it, by the way. Like, I mean, I think Omos is extremely green from the little bit I've seen of him, but, like, it's also, he's undeniably humongous. Like, I mean, I get it.
Yes. I think
Breaker's interesting to me, because I'm interested to know what they're going to do with him. Because, like, he's clearly going to win the NXT title. Braun Breaker.
Oh, Breaker.
Like, he's clearly going to win on Thursday, you would imagine. And then, like, but don't they need to, like, call him up, like, soon, even if he's, like, whether he's green or not? Like, they need people. Like, they need contenders, like, and new stars and stuff. Like,
I don't know if it's, like, 100% that Breaker's going to win.
Really? Because they've already done this before, right? And Ciampa won?
Yeah. The only thing I would do, like, the only different match I would do with Ciampa at that point is Walter.
He's already beaten.
He's here. He's sticking around is what's going on.
Like, well, Walter already beat Ciampa in a pretty good match. Yeah. A really good match, actually.
For the NXT UK Championship.
Yeah.
Now we've got the main NXT title to put up.
Yeah, I don't know. I really don't know what direction we'll go with all that. I just feel like there's a lot of hype around Braun Breaker that, like, they might as well just capitalize on it. People are like, if people want it.
But that's the thing, like, you have him not win the NXT title and instead have him be dominant in the Rumble because people ain't watching NXT, watching Raw or SmackDown. Like, the numbers reflect that. So if he shows up in the Rumble, people will be like, who the hell is this guy? But then afterwards, they'll be like, oh, who the hell is this guy?
Do you think it's a case where, like, if he debuts in the Rumble, like, he has to win the Rumble? Like, you have to, like, basically, like, strap a rocket on him, like, immediately?
No, I think you can make him dominant. I think he could be the guy to eliminate Omos. As Omos is having, like, the Rumble of his life.
Yeah. I don't know. I guess I'm trying to figure out what they're going to do. I guess heading into WrestleMania and all that. Greg won. I got sidetracked. You got me.
I'm fourth right now. I'm just like, fudge. Okay.
But, yeah, I guess, I don't know. I am interested in Roman and Lesnar this weekend, though. Like, I'm not that interested in the matchup itself because, like, we've seen it, you know, and stuff. But, like, I am interested to see how they go about doing this because I really feel really strongly that Roman should retain. But I also feel like they could run this back at WrestleMania again, like, just kind of knowing how they do things.
I think they're just going to run it back at Mania. I do.
Like, but would Brock have to win this weekend for them to do that?
No. It's a swerve, and Heyman realigns with Reigns.
Roman. And then Brock wins the Rumble, maybe?
No. Did someone... I have a feeling Big E's opponent for Mania is going to be determined by the Rumble.
And who do you think that's going to be? Like, that's why I was thinking, like, Omos might even just be that. They might just do it that soon and have him beat Big E.
See, that's the problem, because I keep saying it's going to be Big E and Goldberg, and originally I said at the Rumble, they would do it at the Rumble, but then Goldberg said, I've only got one match left on my deal. So do they want to bring that out for a Mania Night 1, not main event, but, like, major draw? Because Goldberg as a name is a draw.
Sure.
Is that, you know, is that what you want to do? Is Goldberg versus Big E at Mania, or do you want to do it at the Rumble? Do you want and then do at the Rumble if Goldberg is the let's try this again. If it's Big E versus Goldberg at WrestleMania, then the guy at the Rumble is Seth. And Seth versus Big E at the Rumble. And then Seth then goes on to do a tag thing with KO at WrestleMania.
I will see you guys later.
Get it.
Bye, guys.
See you, Jeremy.
Enjoy your night.
I forgot that Jeremy wasn't even playing.
No, he was ignoring us because he hates wrestling. I get it.
Yeah, I'm just trying to get caught up and know what's going on in these shows that Because like I'll definitely watch the Royal Rumble and everything, like just because that's like a yearly tradition, basically. Like I'll always watch that.
For sure.
Yeah. So yeah, I guess I don't know enough about what's going on really.
I'm wondering what they're gonna do with Goldberg. I don't know if he's gonna be a Rumble guy or if he's gonna be a WrestleMania guy.
Yeah.
There's reasons for both.
It's pretty sad that like they have to keep going back to that. Like he really is. He's the biggest name of literally anyone else they have access to outside of like maybe Cena. Like Goldberg's still a bigger name than all of them.
I don't even think they have access to Cena after what happened in the summer.
What happened in the summer?
I just don't think he's very happy with how things ended or how things went.
Interesting. A-Dub.
Could you imagine?
Yeah, it'd be like Hogan. Jumping.
It would be massive, no questions asked.
Yeah, it'd be huge.
I'd be intrigued to see that. I really would.
Yeah.
Do I anticipate that ever happening? No, but again, like you said, Hogan.
But also, I think that I think a lot of WWE fans especially are going to be really, really surprised, confused, and in a lot of ways probably butthurt when WWE sells. I think a lot of the loyalty for a lot of these wrestlers, like The Undertaker, for instance, if he wants to wrestle Sting still, and like the WWE is not going to be owned by Vince, like what does he care? Like he's just going to go where the money's at if he wants to wrestle again. Like because the loyalty isn't there anymore to this brand. Like you're loyal to Vince Jr. Like that's where your loyalty sits. If he's not in the equation, like that opens it up for who knows what. You know, I think a lot of these people that, like, I think, for instance, like I think the only reason Steve Austin still does stuff with the WWE is because of his loyalty to Vince, and I think that's with a lot of these veteran wrestlers that like easily could pop up on AEW and be doing a lot more like with their career if they wanted to in wrestling. Yeah. But there's that loyalty there, which I understand. But well, once it sells, once again, like Undertaker isn't loyal to Disney or Nickelodeon or whatever, you know what I mean? Like
no, but he'll be loyal to that 20-year contract.
Yeah, but that's a contract that they can just break at any time, probably, just like all the other ones. Like
I don't think like that's one that I don't think they're gonna do though. To have the Undertaker property in a Disney realm, that's huge. Come on.
That's true. Well, they would still own the rights to that character, whether he was there or not. They'd have to probably mess with the likeness. Yeah, I'm saying like.
Yeah, I get it.
I honestly think Mark Calloway will wrestle in copyright and whatnot for like their names and characters and stuff. But like in the UFC, before they sold to WMEIMG, they had a lot of retired fighters on contract. Like they would heavily persuade dogs, but like, you know, doing appearances and stuff, but getting paid good money to pretty much just do nothing. But it was because the company was now taking care of them. The second that they sold to WMEIMG, they got rid of almost all of those guys. Like, because they didn't care. To them, it was just on a spreadsheet. They're like, why are we giving Chuck Liddell, who doesn't fight, this much money a year? Like, you know, and it'd be the same kind of thing, I think. They look at someone like The Undertaker's contract and be like, we're giving this guy millions of dollars a year to sit at home. Like, why are we doing this?
Yeah, exactly. Listen, we're gonna see. We're gonna see what happens in the coming years. But a sale is possible, absolutely. I just don't know how soon it would happen.
I think it'll happen before their next TV contract, probably around the same time as their next TV contract, which I think is like 2024, right? So
yes,
I think it'll be before then.
Venus, you got to leave the planet and then come back. That'll bring you back into the tournament.
Dances as long as Steph is there, Hunter's there. I think for the most part, yeah, that's probably true. But like Vince's own son has left multiple times. Like, you know,
I think you know what? No, I'm not going to say what I was going to say because it's a very good point, and it's very possible that he decides that he wants to wrestle again somewhere, and not just, you know, do what he's been doing for WWE.
Yeah. There's a very obvious match there that would make a lot of money.
Yep. Kenny versus Triple H.
I mean, that would be interesting too, but you know which one I'm talking about.
I want to see those drones go up in flames.
Yes.
wrestling as more than one royal highness.
That'd be funny, given like if it was a similar reaction right now to see who the fans sided with. Like in this, if like everything was the same right now, that'd be funny.
In a second.
You think that he get cheered over Cody in AEW?
Yes, and I think Triple H would come in doing the DX style shtick, just like being a trolley piece of shit, and he would get over with that because it's so stupid, but people love it. And Cody would be like, I can do that. And then his trolley shtick would be like, oh, this is awful, shut up. But it'd be interesting. It'd be planned that way, and it'd be hilarious.
Of course. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I think it'd be pretty split, but I'd be very interested to see how that played out, because a big part of the story would be Cody being like, this company only exists because y'all didn't know what to do with any of us. Yeah. Like, you're the reason that AEW is even here, but it's because of your screw-ups. You know what I mean? Like, yeah. And now you're here. Look how the tides have turned. But now I'm your boss.
But then the big story after that becomes the match ends when O'Reilly, Fish, and Cole help Triple H win the match.
See, that would actually be pretty sick if like if he aligned with some of these guys that he helped out.
Yeah, and he can say like, they didn't leave because of me. They left, you know, like I was gone. I was not available to help them figure their shit out. You know, my boys. They'll call them Hunter's kids.
Well, see, that's a whole other kind of story in itself that I want AEW to go to at some point if they can, if the right people are there. Yeah. But the whole idea of like all these people that got labeled as Dusty's kids, and Cody could have an entire feud and story with quote unquote Dusty's kids and be like, I'm Dusty's actual kid. Like, y'all aren't Dusty's kids. Like,
we're all
you're getting the rub off my dad's
kids.
name.
We're all Dusty's kids.
We are.
Do you imagine? But like it's an episode of it's like Scott's Tots.
Oh
but
my
it's
god.
Dusty's kids.
That was one of the cringiest things ever in television. So funny. What you gonna do? What you gonna do? Make her dreams come true.
Oh man.
He tries to save it by like giving them batteries for laptops. They're like
oh, amazing. Yeah, Andrade would also have to join that Triple H's kids thing.
Yeah. I mean, that would be a hell of a story if like Triple H actually did wind up in AEW and like all of the people that he helped in NXT kind of joined him.
Yeah.
It'd be wild. But it'd also just be such a wild dynamic for it to be like Cody is now Triple H's boss in real life. Like, which is like the total flip of what had happened. Like, Triple H was Cody's boss basically. Now Cody would basically be Triple H's boss. Like, it's so wild how that could work out.
I doubt we'll ever see it, but who knows?
Probably not.
I think we'll sooner see Cody return to WWE, to be honest with you.
Yeah, and that's not happening. So yeah, I don't know. I think we're more likely to see Triple H in AEW than we see Cody in WWE. Dude. Unless they sell. Oh, I guess maybe there's a chance they sell and they give him a gigantic offer to be like the face of their company or something. But
yes, there would have to be reason.
Yeah.
Or bring him in.
Bring him in, yeah. Or for him to leave, essentially. Like, and I also don't think Cody's gonna wrestle past. I don't know. I'm 33. He's probably 35, maybe 36. I don't think he'll wrestle past 40.
Well, he's made several comments about not wrestling past a certain age.
Oh yeah, he said he wasn't gonna go past 35 back when he was in OVW. And obviously he's there now, but yeah, I don't know. I mean, he's putting his body through a lot. I don't know. I'd be interested to see where Triple H. When's the last time Triple H wrestled a match?
Saudi show.
Like years ago?
I think so.
I can't remember what match it was.
I think it wasn't the tag match.
No, that was too long ago.
Was it? It wasn't Batista.
Yeah, I have no idea. Maybe it was the tag match.
It was Batista. No, wait, was the tag match afterwards?
Wait, what was the Batista?
That was Mania 35. That was 2019. He hasn't done a pandemic show.
Oh, I completely forgot about that match. That was where he ripped his like nose ring off and stuff. I completely forgot about that.
Yeah, that was the Batista curtain call.
That might have been the last time. I can't remember. Orton Hunter is what Dan's saying.
But is that
Super Show?
Is that the, oh yeah, Super Show, the Australia show.
Oh, okay. I don't even know about that. I don't think.
Yeah, there wasn't much that really happened there other than the Australians winning.
There you go.
Like all
like
the
the-
Australians.
I was about to say it's like a man's four type scenario when they go to Saudi Arabia.
Yeah.
Is he still teaming with Cesaro? Y'all told me that was going on recently.
This Saturday on the kickoff, it is Cesaro and I can't remember. This is gonna kill me. It's Ridge Holland and what's his face? Sheamus versus Cesaro and blank.
And it isn't Mansoor.
I don't know if it's Mansoor. That's the problem. Oh, Ricochet. It's Ricochet.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
That's a random tag team, but that could actually be good.
Damn it, Dan. Which match was it? Super Showdown in Saudi? Was it the... Which match was Triple H's last one? Mansoor team was for 1 week. Yeah, that was fun.
Oh, okay. The way it was explained to me,
freedom
it made it sound like it was a thing. Sure. I don't think what
Orton
else
Hunter
they're
was
doing.
Super Showdown in Saudi. There you go.
Okay.
He had a house
Oh,
show
of course.
match.
Greg Cherry's gonna know the answers to all these questions. That's a good point. He knew all this off the top of his head.
But you could have typed it out.
When
Greg.
was
Damn.
Triple H's last match, Greg?
Yeah, he did the house shows in Japan. Where him and Shinsuke beat Robert Roode and Samoa Joe.
That's random.
Well, you got to put over the Japanese talent back home.
Of course. Very true.
Hilarious.
That's right. Okay, I see. Yeah.
We'll do a couple more of these races and then we're going to GTFO because I got to eat some dinner.
Yeah, I gotta eat and do a couple more, probably another hour or so of talking about wrestling, awards stuff. It's definitely becoming overkill. I feel like I've done a lot of that the last week or so. Now I'm kind of like just repeating myself.
Isn't it annoying? I don't like doing best of shows anymore. Ever.
I like doing them for the only saving grace is like sometimes it's MMA, sometimes it's wrestling for me. So like I get to. It isn't all just one thing at least.
Yeah.
But
Hashtag
but
comment.
yeah. Yeah, exactly.
Oh, I missed on that. Let's go. I'm gonna take out Greg real quick. Damn it. Oh, there we go. You can tell we're really concentrating on this one.
I am. Well, you have to on this course because the roads go like all over the place,
Yeah.
like a little maze. I think I've figured out the fastest route though. 'Cause I'm like way ahead of everyone else. I'm just looking on the map.
I'm seeing everyone right now.
Oh, mother.
Oh my god, I'm getting boned right now. This sucks.
I'm gonna read the. Yeah, I'm trying to read the chat, but I can't, and also play this level.
Someone has bullet billed their way into second place, and I'm not happy. It's like an NPC. Oh, and I'm back.
So cheap. I had like an NPC type scenario the other day where I was driving. I was at a red light, and somebody blew the red light from like the other direction so badly that it was like Grand Theft Auto. I was like, this was the most blatant I've ever seen of somebody just an NPC just going right through a red light in a video game, and like everyone else around being like, what the hell just happened? Did they just run that? Like,
Boom.
scared.
I'll take second on that. Just crossed it.
There you go.
Clip from Impact to rival Kayla with a K named Jay with an I with the inspiration. I don't get it. I don't.
A reveal maybe he means like reveals K with a K. Wait, what?
I have no idea. I don't know anymore.
Was the tournament finish? That was kind of perfect timing then.
Jay Vidal. Their renewal.
Oh.
Or reveal.
There you go.
All right. Let's get out of here. Do the things. It's the end of the year. Do your plugs.
Yes. Make sure everybody this weekend, a lot of good pro wrestling going on. Use code FIGHTTALK, FIGHTTALK, all is one word, no spaces. Promo code SPOT, independentwrestling.tv. And my favorite indie show, my favorite indie companies, SUP and Action are running a dual show tomorrow. I think it's at 3 p.m. Eastern. So definitely watch that. We got Game Changer Wrestling on Fight TV tomorrow night and Saturday night. So shout out to Fight. Watch the shows over there. And my Twitter's FightTalk_. Everything I got going on, I'll keep updated over there. Fightful Weekender this Sunday. I'll be talking a lot of the IWTV stuff, a lot of the GCW stuff, and all that good stuff. And and tomorrow, Degrassi Dudes, 10 a.m., me SP3. We're ranking characters. We got a tier list for tomorrow. So that's going to be fun. So yeah, check all that out. And Craig is, what is that? Oh, Craig Manning. Yes, he's up there. He'll be pretty high on my list. So
all right.
Yes.
Y'all know where to find me at Joel Pearl, JoelPearl. We're back here for day one watch along on day one. So what is that? Saturday. Friends, enjoy your new year. If you're going out, be safe. Whether that is in consumption or partaking in others, whatever, just be safe. Wear a mask if you can, please. Just be good. Enjoy yourselves and enjoy each other. And we'll see you in the new year. Happy New Year. We'll see you on day one for a watch along. Ladies and gentlemen, friends beyond the binary, have yourselves a wonderful night.